Make it. You try all the one. You can't make it. You can't silence me. You ain't able. You ain't able. You ain't able. You ain't able. We will speak the truth. We will talk the truth. You can't silence me. You will talk the truth. We on you. You go ahead. You go ahead and silence me. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Let me share this new one here. I'm back on. Let me share the new one. Folks, please share it for me. Please share it for me. You think they're gonna silence this liberal? It's impossible. How are you gonna silence a good voice? It's not gonna work. Don't even try. You might not try me. It's not gonna work. It's not going to work. Try silencing me. You're joking. Tám bố sẽ nghe nghe you go. Để close. Biết nè. Mà sẽ bé. Để mà anh sẽ mà tao mà giáp rồi mà sẽ nghe bé. Y mà gì về. À mà sẽ bố bé mà tai. Mà sẽ bố bé mà tai bố anh descend rồi. Em là descend rồi. Mà sẽ bố bé mà tai. Nhỏ bé ơi du. Blood guero. Nè em là descend rồi. Em còn đi mà mẹ. Computer đi pa là. Bless soin mon blia yon bui bla pour mon agri bloa clera mon agri yon bui bla a condel ma mon de non ma boy boy God forbid ne and that's on law yeah mais c'était dit pas bien oublier moi il doit beau dire non mon siège moi comme computer moi pas dit là moi dit moi pour boy boy mon siège bear folks please share this video let me start again. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, folks. We went all have technical issue, I would say. That's fine, we're back. So the issue was the Republic of Liberia, the government of the Republic of Liberia, they have been encouraging folks, Liberians everywhere, to go home, or even those that are home, to try to put things together, be able to employ Liberians. And few Liberians, when heard the call, and they decided to take up the challenge, including some foreign investors. They went in, come up with a company where they will put people who have cars. If your car, before your car hit the street of Monrovia or hit the street in Liberia, that it has to go through this process, make sure that it's certified, that it's able to perform the way it's supposed to, pass all of the tests, then they can release it to go in the street. They will also provide towing trucks all over Monrovia, all over the place, so that these ugly and rotten cars that are in the street blocking the road will be removed. The government agreed, according to the story, and out of a sudden, and I say sudden because they went to a meeting, they called the government officials so they can show them around, and according to the story, Patrick Suru, last minute of time, called off the appointment, said that higher ups were not allowing him. Come to find out, the project, according to the story, were then turned over to John Djibouti, according to the story, the treasurer of CDC. So, folks, in the sense they try to silence me, let me do that again. So, according to Cummins, this government is corrupt. Okay, the education system is a shameful mess. The health system is a disgrace, and the justice system is a joke. Honor President, our country has become increasingly lawless. Lawlessness is a serious threat to democracy, Cummins said, and is a risk to any nation's stability and security. Let me go on. Cummins is still talking to us. International financial institutions are keeping us on economic life support, Cummins said, all across the country and in every political party. Liberians are suffering, Cummins said. Syria institutions, Syria international investors are not finding our country to be stable destination for investment, Honor President Weah. The government is corrupt. The government is corrupt. Let me go on. The government is corrupt, wasteful, divisive, irresponsible, and cannot be trusted to obey its own law. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Folks, that's what I'm on here tonight, and I started going on and talking about. There's another article. It's a government corruption hardening foreign investment in Liberia 2023 investment climate report. The report. It's not something that I'm making up. Okay, and we're gonna be in it. We're gonna be in it. We're gonna be in it. Just give me one more minute. I'm trying to put my stuff back together here, folks, because I'm not too sure what happened. But that's the nature of the beast. I mean, we said fine, because that's what we do here. Okay. So So when we come out here and try to bring these things to light, and somebody going to try to infiltrate my system here tonight, forgetting to know that the liberal is not about to be silent. There's no way. So just give me one more minute. And Mr. Malley, thanks for your patience. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get some stuff together here. Make sure everything is working. Who knows? They might kick me out again, but that's okay. If I'm kicked out again, we'll come back again. That's okay, because we have the ability to come back on air. Okay. What am I saying here that is so wrong that brothers would try to do this to my show? For what reason? For what reason? For what reason? Because I'm saying something that you know is quite correct. Is that why? We're on it. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. So let's go on. So let me bring in Mali. If you're ready, just throw your thumb up and we'll bring you back in here. Okay. Thank you. Someone else came in here earlier. I'm not too sure who it was. But if you're listening out there, you think you're gonna be joining us, please do so. Okay. So Mali, I'm not too sure whether you have the opportunity to read two articles on Front Page Africa that I'm making reference to. So have you had the opportunity to read them or not yet?
Not yet. Okay. I just hear them from you. Yeah, I haven't even gone to check my media yet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Trust me, they're there on Front Page Africa.
Okay.
So anyway, according to this one, the investment 2023 investment climate report, President, we are emphasized on the importance of direct foreign investment. Let me read that one, straight from Front Page Africa. Foreign investment in value-added projects. Okay, during the 2022 annual message, he has been overshadowed by a recent report shedding light on the challenges facing Liberia investment climate. The report indicates that the Weah-led government approach to foreign investments has been discouraging, with corruption prevailing over the pursuit of long-term benefit for the national on the pro-poor agenda. There we go. They're bringing pro-poor agenda again, according to the. So since the inception of the pro-poor agenda, the government has struggled to attract investors. How are you going to attract investors with this kinds of behavior? Where according to the report, where is somebody, a group of Liberians, now all foreigners. I mean, people like Gregory Coleman, who used to be the police director, the inspector general, and few other police hierarchy went on and had some foreign investors, and they spent close to $5 million or some more dollars to put the project together. Having had the opportunity, the project, according to the story, was what not awarded, but the project was approved by the legislature. And today, I mean, just recently, when they went to have a meeting, they invited the police director so that they can show them all of the mechanism and all of the things in the place, just for the police director, Patrick Suru, to call off his appointment and telling people that the higher up stop it. And then all of a sudden, they find out these investors, Liberians and foreign investors, find out that there indeed a contract with a similar nature has been awarded to John Djibouti, who is a treasurer of CDC, according to the story. Now, if this story is true, then why will you even bother trying to bring investor in Liberia? Why will you even bother? So, Malik, go ahead. You have anything on mind that you have wish to talk about here tonight? Not necessarily what I've been saying or thing I've been talking about.
No, but what you're talking about is very serious because it's like this thing has been going on for a very long time in Liberia. This thing has been happening from one administration to another administration. So it's like there's no problem with Liberia. There's problem with the type of leadership that is coming to Liberia. That it is the leadership that coming to Liberia that keeping us backward. Because even the Djibouti guy you're talking about, Alenda guy is not a Liberian.
No, he is. He's a crime man.
Ah, okay. So, but the problem here now is that if we start to approach our government with the type of gangster approach, circumventing transparency, and just awarding contract under the table to people that we want to, tell me now, where the country going to go? Because the issue of creating a suitable climate where people will have to come and invest in the country, I don't see it. For instance, if I decide to produce a water jar right now and go to Liberia with my instrument, there is no infrastructure. There is no infrastructure. I have to build my own factory. That's the first thing. Secondly, electricity. We are paying for electricity. So when are we going to go away from these things? Because if I bring my factory and the government is paying for electricity from Ghana through Ivory Coast down to Liberia, at the end of the day, I will start paying more. Then the question now is, I'm going to break down. We have over 3 rivers in Liberia. Why can't we go into the direction of erecting a dam that will take more than 2-3 turbines that will produce electricity for that small country? These are the things that create an enabling atmosphere for investors to come in the country. Investor can't go to Liberia because of insecurity. Investor can't go into Liberia because there's no infrastructure. Investor can't go into Liberia because there's no electricity. You are paying for electricity. And time will come, if we don't have the money to pay for electricity, there's going to be no electricity in Liberia. Any country that pays for electricity, that country is in trouble. And it's a lucrative business because a lot of people get their leg cut through those things. Before they currently from Ghana to Ivory Coast, then to Liberia, too many cuts in between that. It's almost like the food we import. We pay $280 million annually to import rice in our country. I'm not talking about salt. Now, very soon, we'll start importing pepper. All right? We'll have the ocean right down there. The technology is in Ghana. How people are producing salt right from the ocean. There's no problem with Liberia. We have the resources. We just don't have the visionaries. So at the end of the day, we infuse the gangster way of running the government into this whole thing. Someone bringing an investment, you circumventing it, turning it over to somebody under the table and telling the people, oh, the person had a contract before, and all those kind of things. All those things that discourage people from going to Liberia to even do business. So it's a sad day. Look at the report you're reading there.
And it's not done yet. Let me just read a little bit of that again.
I mean, it's a sad day. It's a very sad day.
I agree. It says here again, key factor contributing to the unfavorable investment climate, according to the report, includes a weak legal and regulatory framework, lack of transparency in the contract awards, and widespread corruption. Instead of viewing foreign investor as potential partner in fostering long-term growth for Liberia, some government officials perceive them as opportunity for short-term graft, the report said. Okay, so if the report that is coming from the State Department and other government agency will come out and make such a...
My screen just keep going off and on. I don't know.
They're with me tonight. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. They try anything. If they won't go off, if this particular system that I'm running here tonight, if it goes up, I'm going on to the other system, which is much, much more, will be difficult for them to get in. So they want anybody can get in. I saw somebody coming in earlier that was not invited, but I don't know who that is, but that's fine. They can do whatever they want to do. But this is the system we have. Okay. So the main thing here tonight for me, Mali, is these are not all foreigners. Let me go back to that story. These are not all foreigners. Let me name few. Well, I don't need a name. Let them go and read it. But the point here is Liberians are involved in the investment. Okay? Liberians are involved in the investment. And if Liberians are taking up the challenges to help to rebuild, and you're going to treat them like that. And these are not Samson type Liberian. Okay, these are people who are working in previous government. They understand the operational factor, functional of a government. So they're not just coming in. I'm sure these people, they have already dotted their I's and crossed their T's. So for them to be treated like that, I'm not too sure if they're going to sit down. The most likely they were going to go to court. But what court? What? I'm not going to pass judgment on the court right now. But
no,
Mali, this is
no. You got to pass judgment. The court is morally corrupt in Liberia.
Well,
The United Nations report says this. We are quoting sources. The United Nations Human Rights report from the State Department said the court is corrupt. They say.
I agree, but this is my country. This is my country, and these people that are working, they are Liberians.
Yeah,
they might be corrupt, but I'm not. I don't want to come out here and start sinking the sun and putting everybody in one basket of deplorable. I don't want to do that.
But we are going by reports. We're not just saying it off head.
Okay, no, I'm not arguing with you. I agree with you. You have the right to make that. You're right, but I'm just saying. But Mali, these are the kinds of stuff.
So why go to court? For what?
Well, you have to. I mean, that's the only way. You can't go to war. There's no more war in Liberia. So your best bet is to go to court.
That is something that happening in Niger right now. You don't go to war. And we just had a conversation last night. People don't go to war. But democratically elected leaders are not turning themselves into dictator and doing the work of a military. And when you are democratically elected and you coming down hard on a civilian, you no more a democratically elected government. So anything that go wrong with your government, you look for it. Now they have given 7-day ultimatum to the military in Niger to step down or else. So ECWA is even confused. They are even confused. They don't even know what to do. These are the very people who have been in a coup d'etat business long ago, since the 60s. All right? Now they're coming now to punish another country. The question now is, what do you have in place to deter these things? For instance, let me just give you an instance right now, Mr. Toll. We are about to have an election. If for any way the election go the other way around, there's a massive cheating or someone impose themselves on somebody, how can ECOWAS solve that problem? ECOWAS has got no mechanism to solve that problem. Maybe we'll end up fighting among ourselves again. You see? So people are even saying, if it means that we'll go to war, let Georgia go for a second term. Some people say, okay, that way. But our people can't keep suffering. Look at the kind of report you're reading. These are Liberians. These are not even foreigners. So Liberians are even against Liberia right now. Then what is the starter of foreigners? What role foreigners going to play now when Liberians are even duping Liberians?
Yeah.
It's a sad day. It's a very sad day. Liberia has not gotten what I call a visionary leadership. Not at all. Everybody that go into the presidency now, they are all hustlers. Since 1847, all the people all of them have been hustlers, including the past government. The people can't just hustle. People can't just hustle. They have all been hustlers. This is why I refer to some of these leadership as gangster government. Again, now they're turning the machinery against their own Liberian investor. That's the sad part. That's the saddest part here.
Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Malik, so besides what I just read, anything on your plate that you want to throw out here for discussion?
Yes, I have. What I've had on my plate is education oriented.
Okay.
I have been doing some research today. I've just got to realize that WAEC, they call WAC in Liberia. I've just come to realize that WAEC is a killer educational instrument. WAEC is creating more damage for our people in Liberia. WAEC have become a weapon destroying our young people, preventing them from going forward. The WAEC thing. WAEC belong to the British system. I don't understand under what government that incorporated Liberia into the whole WAEC thing. In the first place, if you go to Ghana, where the WAEC headquarters started from, they have all the facility. They have lab, they have library, they have up-to-date books, they have computer to facilitate students studying and passing WAEC. They have qualified teachers that guide the process. Now you go join into WAEC, you don't even have electricity in Liberia. The children don't even have a library. They don't even have computer. Every one of them doing their school work on phone. The facility is not there. Now, here is the most serious part, Mr. Toll. The people are now hanging on wire to pin down most of our people. And then the embassy is now having a wire criteria there when you pass when you succeed with your lotto. If you don't bring a wire result, you don't go forward with the process. All right. Even in this country we in, my little brother just applied somewhere for school. They are banking on wire something. All right. So very soon the wire criteria are going to be in a working place in Liberia. You don't have it. You don't do it. This is a British system. We have the American system. It's about time that we develop our own national standard criteria for testing our people in Liberia. Wire doesn't belong to us. We don't need it. It's not helping us. It's rather creating more problem for us. Because the students don't have wire, they can't even go to the university or even technical school. And the facility and the condition to facilitate wire, we don't have them. 50% of the students in Liberia now, including my daughter, they all have to do a lot of things on their phone. You don't even have stable electricity. You don't even have library. You don't even have the books. You don't even have the qualified teachers. The wire curriculum, all right, that deal with modern books. Learning should be made easy. Learning is made difficult in Liberia. So we need to pull out of the wire thing here. It's a death trap. I call it educational death trap for the young people in Liberia. We don't need wire. It's doing us no good.
I wish we had
national criteria for testing our students in Liberia.
I wish we had Sissy here with us tonight, who would have been able to help us out.
Sissy is going to join the scene because he myself, we haven't like mind on that. All right, we don't need wire to be friend with you. It's a British system, and we are operating on the American educational system. So, which of the government that put us in this mess? Now the time wire. Now the time wire to almost everything in Liberia. Now you go to play, you gotta bring wire. You go to play, you gotta bring wire. So it keeping so many of our kids down. They're not progressing.
I believe I was one of those few, like the last group that took the national exam or something like that. I'm not too sure, but but when I was there, we did national exam, 6th grade, 9th grade, 12th grade.
Mr. Toe, myself, I did wire, but those were dark days. Now we have travel. We're going to school. Now we have got what I call, we are being armed with critical analysis, critical thought, and making informed judgment. So we know more in our era now. So we are beginning to see so many things that we embrace in Liberia. My question to you now is, we did wire. What is the benefit of wire? What is that benefit? Well, this is what I call an educational death trap. It has to go.
But Mr. Malley, Dr. Malley, you come up with a question and conclusion. I'm a little bit confused here, but let's go ahead. No, on a very serious note, I think the government through the Minister of Education, they should, but this I don't know what to say, because educational process is something that is ongoing for some of us. You don't stop learning. But you have the people that are running the institution that feel that they have reached the end point, in that they do not tend to have supposition. They do not tend to have forums where educators, Liberian educators, will come and discuss issues and say, what is on your mind? What is it that we're doing? How do we improve the situation? They don't want to discuss these things. They think that, and I'm just saying that, I'm not an educator, but I'm just saying that they just believe that whatever they put out there is the truth, and that's the end of it. Nobody should question them.
No, but Mr. Toe, do you know that even you being in this country, education should not be made difficult for anybody. You in the country. I know you have 1 or 2 kids that went to school in this country. Besides that, you observe what's going on, all right? But here the point I'm bringing. You have people in Liberia, among us. We have a lot of educators among us. Some of them were higher credential, up to PhD, okay? They are there. But here is the thing. You can get the PhD. You still don't have the vision. You still don't have that leadership vision. Do you know that? For example, there's a professor that talked to me yesterday. He from Ghana. We went to school together. He got her PhD already. He one of the professor in Ghana now. This man, they were thing, he and myself were on it. You know what he told me? Oh, they think being on for a long time now, It's a tradition. We can't get So you don't have an alternative? Are we not thinking? Not because it's been going on for a long time. That's why this is one thing I support Kumi.
Oh,
Kumi, no, listen
are
to
you
me.
saying you're
I
supporting
said this
Kumi?
is one thing. Listen to me. I said this is one thing I support Kumi. Kumi said people are doing things, getting the same result all the time. I support him on that. I
Oh,
don't say I support his party or I support him. I support him on that. I stand with him on that.
Oh, but then how is those kinds of idea going to be implemented if you don't support him fully
No,
to win the election?
and not necessarily. I'm telling you, he said people do one thing over and over and getting the same result. That's what happening in Liberia, and I agree with Kumi on it. People are doing things in our country that over and over and over 176 years, getting the same result. We need to go away from that. So don't be carried away by someone coming with PhD. They have PhD, they have all the highest degree. They still don't have leadership vision to have the alternative thinking, to think the other way around.
The current president, his name is Doctor. I think he has 3 doctorate degrees already.
Yes.
3 of them. Doctor, President George, His Excellency Minor Weah.
Yes.
But you're still honoring his leadership. You're questioning the educational process on this doctor.
I just told you, you can have all the degree with you. You still don't have the vision. I just told you, Mr. Toll.
So on a very serious note,
yes.
your argument here tonight, Mali, let me ask this on a very serious note.
Yeah.
It's not about the educational priors or the educational attainment by individual.
Yes.
You can have all of the credential, but if you do not have the vision, then those credentials are failure. Is that what you're suggesting?
That's what I'm saying here. You can have all the credentials. There where now I label you as an educational fool. You were educated, but you have no vision. You can't lead anything. You can't bring no new idea. Look, Mr. To, the Liberia we're talking about now, we are talking about new ideas, new vision. That's what we're talking about right now.
Like so let's put it into politics.
Let me just come back to our platform. You see the platform we're running here? We got to start thinking. We got to start thinking. We can't be complacent right now. We got to start thinking. How do we improve the coming now? How do we improve the platform?
But you come in, you all the big boy you're speaking, I start thinking total you hear.
No. Listen.
Go ahead.
I just give you an example. The little platform we're running here. We need to start thinking now as analysts. How do we take it to the next level? Above the rest? What type of program can we hang on now to make it more competitive? And people see, we're making a difference with the rest of the platform. That's the kind of thinking I'm getting these days.
Yeah, but that my little, we don't
yell at each other. No, but for you, trust me, you okay. I'm sure you will tell me you are okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's never okay in life until you go 6 feet, Mr. To. Yes.
I'm not ready to go 6 feet yet.
I said it's never okay until.
Okay. So then no, saying you're not bring 6 feet there. I'm not okay either.
Okay. I said 6 feet from there. Yeah, so come in.
Thank you, Doug. I try to put some fun, but I know everything you're saying, you're very serious about it, and you're very passionate about it because education is your like Kumi was saying, my area is your area, and I really do appreciate that. But the point that I'm trying to make on a very serious note, all of these people that claim to be highly educated in Liberia and are in the field of education. But yet still, many of them have a degree from the West. Some of them graduated with some of these people today that are running these school districts all over the United States. And these school districts are doing well. Not monetary from a monetary standpoint, but from pure curriculum that they put together to benefit the kids. You have our own sister. I'm not going to call her name here. She's also a PhD, but she's in the business of putting idea together for people to, for kids to learn. But the point is, Mali, this a literally government business is a killer, not literally killing people. Now, please, that's not what I'm talking. But killers of ideas.
I agree
Because
with you.
it seemed to me,
I agree with you.
and it's not just this government. It's not this government. It seemed to me that any time a government comes to power, they will start singing praises and say, "Oh yeah, we'll do this." But as soon as they get into office, they block everything. When I was heavily involved with Liberty Party here in the United States, USA, I'm still a member of Liberty Party USA, by the way.
Okay.
But what Councillor Brunskin and his people have asked at that time, we have people like I'm not going to call name here this evening. We have good people who are leading Liberty Party. Not that people that are leading it are not good. I don't know them, but those that the leadership of Liberty Party at the time, they were out for result. So they insisted, and I was at some of these meetings. In fact, most of the meetings with Councillor Bronsky, they insisted that if Liberty Party USA is going to be giving their money to whatever it is Liberty Party Liberia wants to do, we want to fully participate.
Right.
And there was an agreement that Liberty Party USA should formulate some sort of a plan in that all professionals, the engineers, the doctor, the lawyers, the social workers, and all those little petty area of studies, we were supposed to group ourselves together and put up ideas that will be presented to Liberty Party Liberia that perhaps they can incorporate into their platform. And present that to the Liberian people. We did that. I was on the, and I'm not going to call name now, but I was part of the engineering group.
Okay.
And many of the people that were involved. In fact, when you go on the pro-poor agenda, people who were involved in the Liberty Party idea formulation process, they're the same group. About 5 of them were the people that wrote the pro-poor agenda. So, but the point is, as soon as these people get into office, I don't know what happened. I'll give you another example. Those of us that consider ourselves a political junkie, to be honest with you. I was at a stadium, I keep saying this here. I was at the football stadium in Monrovia during the inaugural program of President Weah. When that young man took the podium, Mali, at first, I was there as a reporter. I had my mic and giving analyzing as he was speaking and things like that. But when he started talking about things that me as a political junkie, someone who grew up in the 70s, someone who was a foot soldier of the progressive at the time, young foot soldier, by the way, high here foot soldier, by the way, I started reflecting. And when he started making those statements, going back to issues that have affected Liberians, and then bringing those issues to himself and saying, and I'm just paraphrasing that, we were not set here for those kinds of situations to continue to happen in this country. This is the end of the rope for those situations. We are here as a Liberians. We have grown up as Liberians, and therefore, Liberians will not be spectators in their own country in every aspect of life. When I heard that, the place was quiet. I yelled, 12 more years. He was just giving an inaugural program, and I'm yelling, and I'm supposed to be a reporter. People are looking at me. I don't care, but I yelled, 12 more years. Because I felt so good as a Liberian. I felt so good that, yes, this man, he's not only a footballer, but this man is going to redeem all of us, people who have died for this country. People who have died just so that you can get one man, one vote. This man will redeem the soul of those brothers and sisters. Marley, a month later when I came back, in fact, not a month later, the night of the inaugural program ball, I didn't attend it because I felt it was just too much. I wanted to go home to go to sleep. So I went home. The next day, my phone was ringing off the hook with brothers and sisters that left from here to lend their support. Sedition, smart sedition, very, very smart sedition. And they were telling me that the like of my guilt, in order for those people to fully participate in bringing development or bringing progress to Liberia, to bring their own 2 cents into it, the like of McGill was asking for certain amount of dollars in order for them to be placed, their CV to be placed on the list.
Okay.
And that I couldn't believe it.
Why?
So the next, I was there after the inaugural, I was there for another month, but then people started filing, people who I thought were going home to contribute immensely. I mean, these people making tons of money here, but they went home. Even if they were going to be paid $2,000 or some more dollars a month, they were willing to work because they have seen the suffering. Some of them grew up in the villages and they know the tax system. They know their parents pay taxes with no benefit. So all of those things was boiling in them. But for the like of McGill, start charging. I was there 1 month after the inaugural program, and people were filing out of Liberia. The smart people were coming back to the state. And I knew then that these people, it's not just this government, but many other people come to power to say they're going to do X, Y, and Z, and they are the killers of ideas. I truly believe that. And it's very sad because CDC could have been one of the best young, progressive, young Liberians that would have taken this country to the next level. If CDC have allowed the smart people among them to operate this government, no opposition would have been able to even put foot. Nobody. And President Weah would have been at the top of the world. You won't have a report like this accusing the president and this government of massive corruption. But they decided to do inside track. And the people are now all when we're doing all the things here, they're not coming again. They're coming here now. That kinds of stuff. Marley, so I think what you're saying here tonight with passion, I respect that. But even you, Marley, if you were to give the opportunity right now to go at the top of the table at the Ministry of Education, I'm not too sure if you will have the opportunity to actually implement some of these things you're talking about.
You know why? They will not be implemented. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. They will not be implemented for 5 reasons. Reason number 1. Some of your colleagues always let to make sure the light doesn't shine. Now the Minister of Education, you put me there now as minister, and I try to introduce a whole lot of new things. Somebody will want to kill me. That's the first thing. Because if I'm put in charge of the Ministry of Education right now, so Mr. Marley, you are the Minister of the Ministry of Education right now. In the first place, we are going to overhaul the system. That's the first thing. I'm going to evaluate credentials. That is the first thing. And you know there's going to be a pushback on that. There's going to be a serious pushback on that. All right? And the first place, I'm going to start with the department that is responsible, the Department of Higher Education. I'm going to start with that department first. Who are those people heading that department and what are their credentials? That's the first thing. Because these are the people that are giving lessons out there for people to operate. Who are these people? Maybe not assume that Mr. Toe is the head for the department that responsible for higher education to give credentials to qualify people to have university coming up and other things. And I realized that Mr. Toe don't have that qualification, but he was there because of political appointment.
Right.
And Mr. Toe credential is not even in the area of higher education.
Right.
Mr. Toe credential is from engineering. Now he's setting to the player, giving degree to the people. So you don't even know the merit and the demerit of what you're doing down there. That's the first thing. Then I tried to move you. I said, no, Mr. Toe, you are misplaced. You're supposed to be upstairs with the engineering department. I'm going to make you the engineering head. That's your area of expertise. But because of the corruption in our office, people been bribing you, you don't want to go. Instead, you won't come after me. That one. Two, when I make all these decisions, and maybe you get contact with the president, and you go there to run your line. Oh, Mr. Mali want to move him because this and that, this and that. He just coming from the state with the American idea. They want to move me, this and that. Then the president call you. Mr. Mali, Mr. Told our man, he really work hard for the party here. So what we do, Mr. Mali, just forget about our department there. Check on other department that we're killing the system today. Three, when you sit down there now, the president is protecting you. So for you to be secure, you got to make sure I go far from you. You're gonna get, then you're gonna put your hand into something now that will start playing with blood. The fourth one now, people will get a mindset in the educational ministry that, oh, they're Liberian here, Liberian American. They have come now with the assistant in America here to impose on us. We've been doing the thing for years. Now he said people should be coming to work 8 o'clock. Who is he? So what I'm seeing here is that, yeah, what you said, I will not implement it. There are too many things put in place, except I get a backing of the president. If you get the backing of the president that's supporting your reform, but before you get the backing of the president said must be up there. He must understand the value of education. He must understand that education is the bedrock of this country. He must understand that the reshuffle and the reform you bring in are necessary. When you get the backing of the president, then you can carry on the sweeping thing. But if you don't get the backing of the president might even remove you. All right?
Yeah.
So what we're seeing here is that a lot of people are in the system, not on a merit, and not on the basis, they don't merit what they earn right now. They are there because of political connection, political appointments. So there are a lot of people not qualified, but they're in position of privilege. You expect the people to deliver? They're not going to deliver. Okay? So this is why I always told people that, even what I want to say now, I'll say again, you say, oh, I want to bring trouble. So let me just hold fast to that.
Then don't say it.
No. You will be the first person say, Mali, you bringing trouble again. So let me do that one. Because is the fifth one I want to introduce.
No, Mali, go ahead. I will still disagree with you. Whether you bring it or not, I will still disagree. So go ahead. Say.
Yeah. The fifth one here is the Congo.
Hey, Mali, you're bringing trouble. You're bringing trouble. You're bringing trouble. I'm just kidding, man.
But anyway, let me get there. And not anything to bring fighting among the Congo and Native people, but here is the point. If you went to the University of Liberia, Mr. Toe, you went to all your elementary school in Liberia. You went to the University of Liberia. You graduated there. And we know what's happening to the university. We know the compromise. We know everything. So, and you have not had the chance to travel abroad, to improve your skills, to get yourself interacting with other people, to learn new ideas. You only narrow yourself to a product of the university and a material of the country. will call you humble. Then when they make you Minister of Education, you get no new ideas. You only limited to what was taught to you. Then when they bring me, maybe I'm one of the Congo boy, and they brought me in. I said, oh no, Mr. To, your degree is in agriculture. You're going to head the agriculture department. You can't be in here. It become a problem. So what I'm driving out here is this. What I'm driving out here is that the traditional politicians are creating more problem for the system than the Congo people we accused in the past. You getting me?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Yes. What I'm saying, my conclusion here is this. The traditional politicians, one, they have no vision. Two, they have no new ideas. Three, they are only narrow to their environment in Liberia. So for them, development is from that concept. You go to Kakata, you come. Like for example, look at the road leading to the southeast. We have engineers in Liberia. Every day they show you the road.
Plenty.
My question now is, you know what the problem with the engineers in Liberia? You know what they're holding on to? They're holding on to the 1960 concept of building road. We're going past that era. We passed that era.
Yeah, but that particular area.
That's why I'm not from the engineering department. When I saw that road, I saw the car from year on year past, the car stay in that mud. You know what came to my mind? I said, the engineers, at what time they building the road? Is it rainy season or dry season? But the next question that came to my mind, I said, okay, the engineer do not have an idea to bypass and maybe take the road into a different direction. They don't have that mind. Then the next thing that came to my mind is that why can't we build what I call a concrete road? Dig that whole place, put concrete there, build a road on a concrete, forget about the quota. So it's like, I don't come from engineering background, but I started to have the common little sense. Then the next thing that came to me, Mr. To, was this. I said, okay, the logging company in the bush, they're the one causing problem for all the road. I'm gonna erect a toll booth. They will pay for this road. Common sense. All right. And the next thing that came to my mind is they will have to build their own road to be passing there. But the road I build is for small car.
Man, you're killing me. You are Amon George, a coming wing and mayor Amon George, police director and mayor minister of education. I think we're finished in our country. I think we're finished. But no, I was just laughing when you were talking about the
to be frank with you, I agree with you 100%. The Google ideas, what kind of good ideas we did not talk about?
Yeah.
We are even said, when I become president, I will implement the TRC. The people around when he got there, the advisor, chief, the country have been stable. The TRC here, it can bring trouble in the country here. So when you revisit it, it starts playing on you as a president. When you look, you can't implement what you decide to implement. So what you're saying, I agree with you. It's a society. When you get inside, there are so many good things you want. Even all that thing Kumi talking about. This one, the other one, the other one, the other one. Yeah. Kumi get in our place there. So now we even start worrying, say, well, what happened with Kumi? Is he sleeping? No, he's not sleeping. It's just a society by itself. Except you put your feet down. There's a reason why I get a paper credit. The late William R. Torbo. With all the things his society people told him, he put it one side and hang those people in Akepama there for killing people. That the kind of leader we need in Liberia now. When Mr. To is putting a lot of trash in my ear, I said, Mr. To, I just made you ambassador, you close to me, we've been buddy. You helped me down there when I was in school. I slept in your hall to just sack you later and you get family. I mean, that African feeding will come in. Mr. To, you the ambassador to China. I will carry all of your far off. You will put in track in my ear. You will go far off.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was just laughing when you said you'll dig the hole, pour concrete, and move on. You know the amount of money you're going to, but anyway, that's besides the point. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Let me go ahead and put number up. Anybody that want to call us, you can call us here tonight. Let me go on. So I can't look for my own number again tonight. Yeah. All right, folks. Yeah, yes, 916-533-2048. So there was everything you stated here, Malik, they're quite correct. Because
okay, let Mr. Tuanakoti, you see the story you just read?
Mm-hmm.
You see the story you just read? It's possible for Mr. Iboti to go to the president. He said, Chief, you know, I'm the Secretary General for the party here. Look, I'm Liberian. I'm also a Liberian. I get the expertise. So the thing here, just give it to me.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Hold on, caller, hold on. Please lower your monitor. Go ahead, Maris, wrap it up. So, you want me to go ahead and take this caller now?
Yeah, take the caller.
All right, callers, go ahead. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, Mr. Tour and Mr. Mali, how you doing?
Thank you.
How are you, my brother?
Amber, thank you.
I listened to Mr. Tour preaching the gospel to me today, and well, the person really interested right now is Mr. Mali. I want to go to Mr. Mali. Mr. Mali, I'm be honest with me. I want to know what your political.
Hold on, Ambrose. Hold on. Let me merge this person. Hold on, just hold on. Okay, hold on, Ambrose. You'll be tough because when I merge it, okay. Ambrose, go ahead. Caller, just hold on 1 minute. Let Ambrose finish, and then you can come in. Go ahead, Ambrose.
Yeah, I want to know Mr. Mali political ideology because he said a lot of something that confused me. And some of them, I just feel, because some part I totally disagree, and some part I agree with him, but I just want to know his political. That's what
the 70 progressive will do to you. Go ahead, Mali.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, my brother. My political philosophy is around what I call transformative system. That's my philosophy right there. Okay. And maybe let me just add a little flesh to it. When I talk about transformative system and making a referencing Liberia, if I'm in leadership, I realize that the friendship will destroy my vision. So I'm going to introduce the merit system. People who I don't know to work with. Liberian, I don't know at all. If you and myself went to school, I'm not going to work with you. I'm going to work with people who I didn't go to school with. They are not my friends. So when I'm implementing and enforcing the law, there will be no empathy in there.
Okay.
That's the background I come from.
Okay. Ambrose, anything else?
Okay, but Mr. Mali, Mr. Mali, you don't have to do all of that.
Why?
If Ambrose was working in your administration and you are disappointed, if Ambrose broke the law or Ambrose went contrary to the procedure, you deal with Ambrose. But let me just say something that you said I think was incorrect. Like
no. Before you come in, let me just answer that question before you go to the next one. Let me just answer that question. You cannot tell me it's wrong for two reasons. One, in Africa, we run our government with human face, with feelings. Okay. We run our government, even if our president now, a friend may come from in the interior to bring their son to work in the government, they don't even have the credential. But because of that family tradition thing that what's going on in Africa and that was destroying the system.
Okay. Ambrose, any more
But, okay,
before we
let
leave?
me just say, let me say something here.
Come here, Ambrose.
Fire Joseph Boakai for let me kind of fire Joseph Boakai in FLC for 2 million scanner, and Joseph Boakai was a mayor in that revolution. But some kind of look at him and fire him because so he fired newspaper and can send it to you where you can see it that he got fired.
No.
But
That's true. It's true.
Okay. So if you're a disciplinarian, it doesn't matter. I can be your best friend. You draw the line where you want to discipline and you want things to be done right. Because if you just say you bring foreigner, you'll not last long. They will get rid of you before you can figure it out. But
who will get rid of you?
All right. Okay. Let me take Ambrose. Go ahead. Wrap it up so I can take the other color.
Go ahead, Ambrose.
And like the other something I wanted to say. If you was an administrator at the education ministry and you make a huge turnover, you will founder that whole ministry because you got to do a gradually confirmation. You get rid of people as you train people, you bring qualified people, you get rid of unqualified people. But you just say, oh, so you get there, you do a survey or analysis of people and you start getting rid of it. You follow the whole ministry because you can't change the whole group of people in just a year.
All right, thank you.
No, Mr. To, point of correction. No, there's a correction there.
Yeah, I go ahead. Hold on. Okay, Ambrose, thank you. Let me bring the other color.
I will listen to you. I will listen of the
Yeah, my point of correction here is
Ambrose, let him make the correction. Go ahead.
Yes, I did not say I'm going to get rid of people. In the first place, I said I'm going to do assessment of credential to see placement. If you did not have the credential to be head of the higher education and you are armed to get certificate to people to establish school and you get engineering certificate, I will send you to the appropriate place. That's what I said. I'm not going to get rid of people.
Thank you. All right, Ambrose.
Mr. Mali, I'm thinking maybe 1 second. When you involve the people administrative work, you don't have to be. If it's a technical, like he's a designer. When you go into industry, when you're a technical person, they'll put you in a technical position. And to be an administrator, like somebody that go over satisfying or giving accreditation to people, you don't have to have a specific degree for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me take this other color. All right, caller, you're next in line. Go ahead. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yes, I'm calling from Silver Spring, Maryland. My name is Dagaboy Blaine.
Okay.
Thank you for the show.
Thank you. Oh, well, fine. Thank God.
Yeah, your panelist there, contributor, he made some good points, but then again, he made some that could even entangle him if he has other areas in that country. You see, I see everybody going around criticizing the role work that's going on in Liberia. But they are not looking at some of the problems that we, the citizens, are causing. For example, I saw people preparing the road to do their asphalt pavement and preparing drainages and other things. You will see the people will work to a particular area for a whole day. The next day when they go, you will see a bag of feces. You will see bags of feces, cassava bear, rotting, cassava pea, all kinds of trashy things about in the world. You will find it in the exact area where the people just walked like yesterday. All the drainages will fill with cabbages and other stuff. And then we don't talk about that. We don't say, oh, the people not doing the work, they're not building the road right, they're not doing this. I saw the route from the piece of road from here to Johnson to Red Light. They took several years, couple of years to complete that list. Because it came a time that they said there was a standstill. I read that the marketer refused to move. And up to now, they are going right back there. So I think some of these problems come from us too. It comes from us too.
All right.
And
No, go ahead and finish up.
yeah, so I don't know what method other people will use, because Morovia, everywhere is overcrowded with marketeers. You will see people bringing the market right underneath the car.
But what would be your
And
fix
then-
on that? What would be your fix? What are some of the things you have in mind if you were given the opportunity to have it fixed?
The thing about it is that there are laws in that country on the book when it comes to city ordinance.
Okay, so you
But
would make reference to the law.
I saw the government enforcing the law.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Let me merge the other color, please. Hello? Oh shit. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. I think I caught this other color. Go ahead and finish your point, then I'll call the color back.
Yes, because everywhere in the world I see places government.
Okay, can you hold on 1 minute? Let me merge this, please. All right, Kai, go ahead and finish your statement, then I'll bring the other color in. Go ahead.
So, Mr. To, I think we are the problem too. We are shooting ourselves in the foot, because nobody can tell me that the past government ruled for 12 years. They put everything in place. Everything was sparkling, and everything just destroyed in 5.5 years. Now in this government, under this government. I think we should be objective.
Thank you.
Doing some of these stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Kai. Appreciate it. All right, caller. Go ahead. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
How you doing, Mr. Toro? This is Elvis.
Elvis, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. And hello to you, Mr. Marley.
Hey, brother Elvis. How you
Mr.
doing?
Toro, if I ask you a question, I say, Mr. Toro, how many jobs Ellen Johnson Sirleaf created during her administration? Where will you go to find that number and give it to me?
Well, first of all, I will find out from the government of Liberia presently if they have any statistic or any kinds of area. But Elvis, hold on 1 minute. Let me combine the color, and if first thing I will go. I'm not gonna go and bomb my hair on the wall. I will ask the government, there's any bureau or anywhere I can go and find these kinds of information where I can do my research.
Right. And that's the problem. In Liberia, we don't have data, collecting agencies, or even our economy. Our economy has not been computerized. So, for example, if somebody gets hired at my place of employment, the social security number is required, the date of birth, everything that makes that person unique. And that goes to the Department of Labor.
Elvis, I know you. So there, I'm not gonna just let you run it in here. I'll push you right away. Where would the blame be? Let's push in the blame right away.
The point that I'm trying to make is that from time immemorial, as a country like Liberia, we hasn't developed a data collecting agency, and one of the reasons why we need to modernize our economy.
Okay.
Simple things like the things I was trying to explain to you just now. When somebody get hired, where that person information get transferred.
So why is that? Why was that kinds of stuff not done under one of the smartest Liberian finance minister ever? Why was it not implemented?
That's a good question.
And because they have failed miserably.
No, because we are poor. Because we are very poor.
All the money that been coming in, you meet all the money that been coming in to find administration from foreigners and other places you meet, they're not
relative
not
to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, Mr. To. Relative to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, it's a drop in the bucket.
Okay.
It's a drop in the bucket. So I'm just trying to put that little caveat out there so we can understand that.
All right, hold on. Let me merge this other guy, and then I can Okay.
Yeah, hello.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Finish your Elvis so I can bring two other guys,
So when
two
people
other.
talk about how many, you know,
Go
how
ahead.
many jobs have we created, I just want to give that's one of the reasons why you can't. You
Caller,
don't have
please
those
hold on,
numbers
Elvis. Please, whoever have the monitor in the background, please lower so that we will hear ourselves.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Elvis. Wrap it up so I can bring these people.
And yeah, lastly, I would say when it comes to okay, that echo is still there.
I believe that will be Sylvester. Baido, can you lower your monitor, please?
Yeah, let me make my last one and then get off the line.
Okay.
My last one would be when you're talking about people in Monrovia. Look, let's face it. Sometimes the best person to look at is your own self when you're looking at problems. We have ghetto people in Liberia, especially in Monrovia.
You got
like
what? You got who? What kind of people?
We are a ghetto people in Liberia. We're putting it in the Liberian world. Ghetto. Yes.
Ambrose, Elvis, those are my brothers and sisters.
So, no. Chunk, and my brother and sister, and my father, and my mother, my auntie, and there too. They were chunking on the street. So my only solution would be to be giving the people, if they catch somebody doing it, we should have like like what they have in Saudi Arabia, right? A morality police. You see anybody putting trash in the street, catch them and getting 25 lashes. Whip them good. That is the put senses in their mind. No, that's what they're saying. Because the people there, you clean that street.
I hope CDC call you to come be any kind of police. Anybody over there, I hope they keep away from you.
Mr. Toe, the people that's so dead in America. We always say we're not let the American man ways. When we eat, they say we scared of chunking on the ground.
Okay.
Even though nobody will do anything to us, but we can hold it and put it in the trash can on the side of the street.
Right.
We're not laying that way. Like people need to learn that behavior. We don't learn it. We'll keep dead in our own streets. Thank you. I'll leave it there.
Thank you. Go ahead, Color. I think Sylvester has dropped out, but go ahead, Sylvester is still here.
I'm here, Sylvester. Yeah, Sylvester. Yeah.
So I'm not too sure what happened to the Color. Okay, go ahead.
Sylvester,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sylvester, yeah.
Sylvester, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toe. Thank you for your show. Normally, I've listened to your show. I've been listening to the other people that have been making comments. But the problem with Liberia is with Liberians themselves. And I always said that I was born, reared in Liberia, between men before coming here. I was there. I left from here, I went back home. And I went in my own hometown. And we're eating. And when the people were eating the bones and things from the fish or the meat, they were taking and just throw away on the ground. And I will tell you, hey, go and pick it up.
After you left from here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, go and pick it up. And I hung bed right on the side. I said, look, anytime you get trash, put it right inside here. You know, the trash you're putting down with brain ants, roaches, rats, everything here. You are inviting them. And you know, our people, I mean, we anything that left from here, in fact, when it hit back there, some people change it altogether, it will never work.
Okay.
The first thing they will tell you, your system of life over there is different from here. Leave it right at the airport, take out the one here. Okay. Somebody being corrupt. If you went down there, if you want to straighten it up, they will tell you this place is not for you. People that you met there. And it happened like that from the beginning of Liberia. It will take time for people to straighten it up. You know how we straighten it up? Number one, the judicial system, the court system need to work in our country. See? That audacity of going to court one day, you want for your case to end. That same day, people that are facing, you know, or crime and things like that, when they are being turned over to the judiciary, people in higher position, they go down there to the court or to wheresoever they are to visit them. I mean, the law is supposed to be applicable according to the kind of crime you commit.
Thank you.
Everybody should be able to abide by the rule of law. It's not happening in Liberia.
Thank you.
you purchase land in Liberia, and somebody just go and just go down and start building.
Yeah.
Before anything, you don't even go to the city hall to get permit. What kind of building that's supposed to go there? All the kind of stuff that are on the books, but the people don't do them.
Okay.
Because I left from here, I bought my land 1986 in Morris's Point in Liberia. I went to trade my land. I went there, I met one man at the Laurie Harrow compound down there in Kingsville. The man asked me to give him money before he can even look in the paperwork to look for my land. You see what kind of stuff? And when I gave him $10, he said it was small. So I said, okay, give it to me. Let me give you more than that. When I took the $10 from him, I came right back outside and I left. You see? It is ourselves. Let me tell you now.
Okay.
We talk about investment in Liberia, this one, that one. You and myself, we are the investor in Liberia. We take our money there and spend it there, and invest there, and employ people there.
Okay,
so
Sylvester.
I don't know where the Liberian people have the mentality of saying everything like that. They have to look around and blame other people.
All right, Sylvester.
You blame yourself.
Thank you.
The way you were brought up from your home, that how you were portray yourself back there.
Thank you.
I don't like corruption, and if you are corrupt, I don't want to work with you. I will do my own potato green work on my farm and live my life.
Thank
I
you.
was not born with billions of dollars, millions of dollars. Why should I give myself hard time looking for money because I want to steal it from somebody before I make
all
life?
right. Okay, Sylvester, we're way out of time. But thank you. Thank you, my brother.
We're way out of time, but most of the Liberians don't think like that.
Thank you.
They don't think about themselves.
Okay, thank you, my brother. I don't want to cut you off. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Mr. Mallet, I'm bringing you back on so you can give us a wrap and then we'll get on.
Mr. Sua, yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Sua.
Thank you.
Thank you, at least, for changing your topic. When we started the topic first, I will be able to can high, but since you change the topic, I can low.
Oh no, but even if I change the topic, it's just a matter of conversation. That's all. You can still say whatever you want to say on previous conversation.
No, I can low.
Okay.
You see,
all right.
Mr. So, I really want for you guys. I follow you guys, and I didn't follow you. Or the way you look now, I think the suffering about saying about LeBron suffering. That should be a different topic for you, meaning you guys. Because those people that say that thing, as you know, those like people like Costa or the small media people. But for you, being in the country, you know about Liberia. The thing is all be seen by now, it should be something that bring ideas on the table of see Liberia. It's something that you talk about to reduce. First of all, as a way you got your leverage, the line just said, Liberia fabric is not only the government. The people themselves, the citizens themselves have major part to play in our country. Look, why you say, even here, you eat something. No matter that, even we want to use the bathroom or we want to use the bathroom to pee. So even nobody around it ever. You can't even get that spirit. So even go stand in the bush and do it. But right on Broad Street, people doing it. When after you go to all, they say, oh, government not get bathroom. People go over Madonna almost 1 mile, 2 miles to go use the bathroom. Why not saying right there? Because government not get bathroom there. But those things when you guys that know about the country to be saying it, instead of saying the poor suffering, that will not change the topic. No matter what you say, suffering will continue to be there without not find a solution. Okay. So at least people that know about the country and paying the system and know how Liberia started and how it is now, to be a different topic, you're just going to be talking.
Okay, we'll try. Thank you.
Those are not know about the country.
No, but thank
you. I'll be saying that thing. So at least when you guys come on show, sometimes even I know you support us or look at the reality and be saying it.
Thank you.
So at least to get it, you're going to want more idea about the country.
Thank you. And I'm glad we have you guys, people like you on here to straighten up. I mean, not everything we say here that is okay with you, but we appreciate you coming on and expressing yourself. Do so as many times as you can. If you see me or you hear me saying something that you don't agree with, call into the show, because I know you guys are very respectful and you respectfully disagree with me and try to even disabuse me on educating me on things. But thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, Malik, can I bring it? If you want me to bring it in, put your thumb up. Okay. All right. Okay, Malik, go ahead and wrap it so that we can say good night to you. I know it's kind of late on your side now too. Anyway.
Yeah, I've been listening to all the callers, and the summary I may have for all the callers here is that we are all on the same page of looking at this thing over and over. So the only solution to Liberia right now is radical reform. Yeah. Because I use the word radical reform because it's like there are too many compromises in the system. Too many. You see, when Evans came in and said, oh, we got to introduce this Saudi Arabia thing, this, that, a lot of people may want to disagree with him because that's how Liberia is being run. You say you are finding problem with it. But these are some of the radical reform Liberia cannot change until you have what I call a very severe radical reform.
Wow.
Even if it means, yes,
severe radical reform.
Yes. Even if it means throwing your mother in jail.
Oh.
No, give me a chance. Because this is where Liberia is not going
nowhere.
I
don't want to, you'll take your job.
No, not taking your job.
You'll take your job.
No, it's not taking job. It's overhauling the system. It's not job business. We are used to throwing dead on the street since independence up to now. All right? So it's about time that we look at things the other way around. When I arrest your son, even though you are myself friend, I arrest your son for throwing trash on the street. I should process him through the court, and he should go to jail for 6 to 1 year. When he come back, he will never throw trash on our street anymore. And you, the father, you will carry food to him for him to be eating, so he learns sense. When radical reform hit that town and the enforcement part come in, look, that country will be stretching up and the citizen will be in line. But we don't have that kind of government.
What's okay? Can you say something a little bit about Mary Blah? Can you say something?
You see, let me come to Mary Blah. If our president, that one woman I will bring close to me to work with, and I will give her all the protection, and I will get her back. People hate that woman in the system because they've been doing things over and over and over and used to them. All right? It's about time that you lack a whole lot of people all in our country there, even for trash. Even children, youth, even juvenile. You throw trash, you are caught. You will process you. Human rights will talk until their hair get off their shoulder. They will be sent to jail. But you see, when you tend to introduce this to the person, say, oh, who is this man? You got to change the people's way of life. And to change the people's way of life in Liberia, you got to use radical reform. No smile, nothing. I can refer you to Jerry Rolling Time. All right? You see Charles Taylor? Yeah, go on.
We're not taking Terrence. It's too late. He's wrapping up. We'll do it again tomorrow, please, Terrence.
You see Charles Taylor? I noticed when Charles Taylor became president, people started listening to him when he said this one. When the people said they were not putting their car on the street, he said, but tomorrow you put your car on the street, park your car and take it out of that country. That's the kind of leadership Liberia need now. A little bit of democracy, a little bit of toughness. It's not late. We can do it. Even at the university, the corrupt teacher then who having taking sex for grade, the other one, bribe, you catch some of them, you process them, you send them to Bele Yala. When they come from there, trust me, nobody going to add any leg for sex because you won't grade. All right? So radical reform is what Liberia need right now. If you don't implement it, Liberia going to be the same way. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mali, thank you, and I'll say good night to you. We appreciate it. Again, folks, Samson told Liberia Public Radio, as he was talking, my liberal skin is crawling all over. I don't see myself being in any system that will try to bring in this type of radical reform I don't know. I don't know. Many Liberians might, but I just don't see it. Liberians are not stupid. They just need leaders that will lead them to the right places. Liberians, they need leaders that will set an example and make sure the example is working for the country, and they will follow you. You don't need to bring back Bella Yala. You don't need to bring back throwing people in human rights and cry all they want, those kinds of stuff. But anyhow, we all have our own way of. Every one of us want to take Liberia to that central point, way above any other country. But how do we get there? Every one of us has our own way of saying, "This is how I want to get to that shining hill." Nothing against anyone. Whatever idea you have, bring it on LPR, express it. But we do it with respect and responsibility. We will criticize, but with respect and responsibility. With that, I will say good night to all of you, and thank you very much for calling, and thank you for your comment and everything else. Good night, folks. Meet again tomorrow. Samson to LeBron Public Radio.